Bill Gates is back. So is Fauci, saying imminent new virus. Obviously, they're going to release it.
Not new.
What do we do to stop these guys? I mean, these guys are mass murderers.
They already released it. It's been in the 2004. Moore is the first author, Journal of Virology. SARS-CoV-2 was in it. I just told you in 1993, I told the difference between the pathogenic, highly pathogenic Zaire strain of Ebola and the Reston strain of Ebola. Same virus, same except for a few base pairs. And my job was to infect primary human stem cell monocytes and tell the difference between the deadly strain and the non-deadly strain. You know, and what
you were doing targeting.
What was but what the difference was the cytokine storm. So the Zaire strain made MIP1 alpha, IL-1 beta, TNF alpha, IL-6, NF kappa B, the cytokine storm. Oh, that's the same cytokine storm as COVID. Subtle differences if it hits the brain macrophage.
So you're saying it's really Ebola?
Yeah. So but it's.
You're saying they, state this as a scientist, they hit us with a genetically engineered Ebola.
But they did it in '92. And what did then President?
So but be clear, because I'm going to put this at the head of the video,
okay.
And that's what other scientists have told me. Explain. There's an obsession with Obama and the Pentagon with Ebola. You're saying they basically packaged a weaponized Ebola into the release, into the shots. Correct me if I'm wrong. This has all been basically Ebola being put in the population.
But again, the Ebola is not the disease. So what Obama did with Fauci in 2014, when William Thompson of the CDC confessed that they covered up the data that little black boys in Georgia and Atlanta were 3 to 5-fold more likely to get neurological diseases, including autism.
So it's race specific.
If they were injected with MMR. Yes, it's culture, race. God didn't make oncogenes. See, we're going all the way back to oncogene theory. There's no such thing as BRCA1, breast cancer 1 gene. It's a DNA repair gene, and it's part of a big complex. So God gave us protection for that. Yes, there are people with genetic susceptibility.
But dumb it down for me, because we're going to put this up front. I've been seeing this here. So what is Ebola, the carrier? Explain what COVID-19 is.
Again, the cell line, Vero monkey kidney cell line, where we grow all our polio vaccines, where we grow many, many other things, and that has been put in essentially every vaccine on the schedule.
It's a cocktail.
Is a cocktail. They never cleaned it up according to the law.
And the bottom line is it's particularly destructive. That's what my dad told me, you know, in the 1980s. He said it's a race weapon. HIV is a race weapon. They're blocking the treatments for it. You know, obviously Magic Johnson got the cure. But literally, while they run all these ads, we love black people, we're going to hire black people, they're flooding stuff out there that'll kill white people, but it's particularly targeting black people.
Correct.
Wow.
And targeting.
And so where are the black leaders talking about that?
Yeah, well, they were.
Look at that. Autism more common in blacks and Hispanics.
Yeah, but they were. I give you Dr. Aleem.
That's so evil.
Type 1 interferon, back in the AIDS. He was making the bovine interferon, it's currently called Paximune, from cows. Human interferon doesn't work on another human. So you see, the government couldn't manufacture what they wanted. So that's why they put human aborted fetal cells in all of the products, as you showed in the commercial earlier. It can't be a pill and it can't be shot.
So you're saying, and when we give blood, we're producing what the product they want?
Yeah, you don't want the blood of another individual.
But I'm saying they want our blood. It seems like they're using us to grow it.
Yes, they're lacing it with it so we have auto-inflammatory.
I understand. So what's their end game?
Kill us.
I got that, man. I tell you, I just, this is so sick.
Well, but it's an experimentation. But we're
exactly. It's random experimentation because that's where they get their best results.
And not it's random. They're targeting the military. They injected HIV in the military in the 90s. That's Redfield and Burks. Why do you think they stood up there in and tried to, because they're guilty.
That's what my dad told me from his research in the 80s. He said you have to be autoimmune impaired for it to even grow, but there's some larger plan involved.
And it's not autoimmunity.
But, yeah.
God didn't make you attack yourself. It's non-self, and you injected it. Bypassing.
So why are they so upset? We'll go to break, come back. Right. They're obsessed with HIV. They're obsessed with this. And my dad couldn't figure it out. He's reading all the journals. That was a long time ago. What's their end game? Dr. Judy Mikovits, you got a big event coming up. People can find out about all the events at nextsteps.info. Nextsteps.info.